Hey, it's Chris Baker here with Keller Williams Realty, and I just wanted to kind of give some update or give some information I think will be helpful around hurricane season. Hurricane season started on June 1 and it ends in November 30th. So if you're looking for a cruise, this is a great time to travel because you're going to get some great rates, but you just never know what's going to happen on the seas, right? And so I wanted to kind of say, once we're coming up on the hurricane season and being in the midst of hurricane season, there's some things that you should just know and be prepared in order to get ready for it. Hurricanes they happen in Florida. I've experienced my first one a couple years ago, and there's just some things I think you'd be useful to know and be prepared to do. So one is that you want to make sure that you have a plan, okay? You want to have at least 3 days of supply of material. That's food, that's water, gasoline. Make sure that you go and stock up on gasolines. If you have a couple different jugs that you can kind of get, gasoline jugs that you can use to kind of fill those up. If you're using a generator, these are things that you can use to kind of continue to kind of keep things kind of moving. One of the things that I like to do, and that was really valuable for me, is that I have like one of these cell phone charger, and I have multiple ones of these. So like if you're gonna lose power, these are great resources. Usually you can get like 1 or 2 charges in one of these, and so you can stock on that. Make sure you have some available and don't use them until you kind of need them. I had like about 5 or so that we kind of used during our last hurricane. One of the things I think is really important also is that when you're looking at your materials, have an idea of where you have all your important documentation, such as your deed to your home, not so much your deed, but having your title insurance, that kind of stuff that you have in your home. Anything that's related, like your passports, any financial documentation, something that you will need that has like your bank accounts and stuff like that if you don't have that information readily available on some kind of online portal. Those are some of the things I think are really important that you do. One of the things that's nice is that FEMA has some great resources as far as the shelters if you have to relocate. And we'll post a little bit of information about that, so you have that detailed information. And then you also want to make sure you have at least enough medication, that you're going to have enough supply of that to make sure that you have enough information for that, right? And so one of the things that we typically do, we recommend doing, if you're going to board up your home, make sure you have that plan, make sure you do it in advance. Make sure you can get to locations and really quickly and have your exit strategy, right? So if the hurricane is too much and you're going to be surrounded by that, or you're going to be aware of if you're in a floodplain, knowing what your alternate destination is going to be, it's going to be really important that you have all this information and have a plan up front so you don't get bogged down by stuff. Some things you really want to do is declutter the exterior of your home. So if you have patio furniture, you have some of this stuff, things that can fly and be debris, you want to get all that stuff out of the way because it could be a hazard to you, could be a hazard to your neighbor, and you want to make sure that that's kind of set in stone. And just have that communication strategy that we kind of talked about before. Use obviously email, text are better than maybe making phone calls because the lines get kind of drawn up. And so it's really good to have that. And also if you have a flood insurance policy, these are some of the things I think are important in your documentation. Also have your insurance policy that's out there that you have readily available. So those are just some of the tips. We're going to post a little bit more about some things that you can do to kind of prepare for hurricane. But the ultimate thing is, the most important thing is be safe and take care of your family, all right? And so it doesn't matter all the materials, things that you have in life, the people that matter to you, life is not replaceable, all right? And so we look forward to it. And this is Chris Baker giving you a little hurricane update. Hope to see you soon. Bye.